Yeah. Yeah. Who can hear me? Who can hear me? Who can hear me? Testing. 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 Can hear me up in here. Come on. All right. Let's go. Let's go. What up? What up? You can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me. Pray to the Most High. What up, y'all? About to get it popping. About to get it popping. We're about to get it popping. Let me make sure I get my audio right. What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? Heavy hitters in the building. Heavy hitters in the building. What is good with y'all? Let me get my audio. Yes, what's up, Latoya? What's up, Fertie? What's up, Reese? Y'all hit the like button, please. I said, please. Yes. Yes. What's going on? Your boy, Heaven Hollywood in the building. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood experience. We got a lot to talk about, mainly niggers. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Y'all let me know, can y'all hear everything? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get it.
We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor, shaking, thumping.
Can y'all hear what's
crazy,
up?
high heels
Can y'all hear what's
Baby
up?
girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is.
Can y'all hear the
Baby,
music?
this ain't
What's
tricky,
up?
we got sick. All of what you want at the bar, we pop
Let me
sit.
know something. Can y'all hear the music?
Crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor, shaking, thumping. They all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. Baby, this ain't tricky, we got sick. All of you want at the bar, we pop sit.
My boy, yes, sir. What's good, guys? Let me scream at him for a minute. Y'all know what it is. Young fly and flashy doing my thing. C-Town in the club making it rain. And yes, in the VIP. When I step up in the club, all eyes on me. Yeah, I hit the dance floor, do the swag on. Please use my hands to get the grab on. 700 on the front, 24. What a mess. Try not to bump into me and make me spend my brain.
You got to turn the music down.
Two stepping with a nigga, baby mama. Yeah. But we can tell that he don't want no drama. It's our block, gun stop. He go in one shot.
We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor, shaking, thumping. They all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, it's your song. Baby, this ain't baby, we got sick. All what you want,
good? What's good? We about to get into it.
I see him, my dude. What you gonna do?
We about to get into it.
Everybody watching me, ain't nobody watching you. I could buy the bar, but you can only buy a shot or two. I'm a hustler, homie. I had the fiend stopping through. I done sold a rock or two. I do what I gotta do. The ladies up in VIP looking poppable, and I'll right pop them all. Anything's possible. I'm so appealing that I'm feeling unstoppable. I feel like losing ain't optional. That's when I spotted who was so sexy. I said, forget the hotel. I'ma let you step in the crib. No, I won't give you breakfast in bed, but you can eat me for breakfast after we have sex in bed.
We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor, shake.
All right, let's get it. Your boy Heaven Hollywood. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Dolly, the assistant in the building. BK in the building. What's going on with y'all? Y'all good? Please hit the like button. Like, comment, subscribe if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, which is the IE Network. Let's get it, y'all. A lot of stuff to talk about. I wanted to come out talking about what this whole week has been about, and that was pretty much Nicki Minaj. It turned into Nicki Minaj and YMCMB. Nicki Minaj and Drake, when everybody thought the beginning of the week it had something to do with Nicki Minaj and Rihanna making up, and Lord have mercy, Drizzy Drake shows up on the live. And then all bets were off after that. We're going to get into all of that, but hold it. We have to get off right away. We got to get this right away, y'all. Hold on. Because, of course, today, during the day, this happened. And we've been hearing from Joe Budden all week. Joe fired Rory live on the air, which I thought was a great move. You know, everybody's saying it was a sucker move by Joe, and it was immature. And I'm telling you right now, I loved it. I'll tell you why, but you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you just don't like Rory and Mal," and that's the truth. I really don't like Rory and Mal. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible because that is what we do. So, you know, I have a personal relationship with Joe. I like Joe. You know, I don't have a personal relationship with Rory and Mal. So, of course, you know, naturally, I know Joe. I don't know those two cats. So, of course, naturally, I'm going to be a little bit biased towards Joe, but we're not going to do that. That's not what we do here. All right? I'm going to try to remain as objective as possible. So, as we all know, at the beginning of the week, Joe Budden fired Rory on the air. Basically said, Rory, you're in breach of your contract. You didn't show up. So, Rory, you are fired. And from this point forward, you cannot come back. You're not welcome back. He then pretty much told Mal, you're still welcome here. If you can get all that dark energy out, you can come back. But Mal was pretty much done with the podcast after Joe said it's none of your business. Y'all hit the like button, please. Say something in the chat room. Get engaged. Make your comments. You know what I mean? If I'm missing something, let me know. So, me personally, of course, Joe was going to go and paint his side of the story, of course. And then We had not yet heard from Rory and Mal. Now, if you believe Joe, if you listen to what Joe said, Joe pretty much said they were making a certain amount of money and they never questioned their contract all the years together, yada, yada, yada. They never questioned their contract. So my thing was this, and this was always my take. All right. I'm gonna tell you my take, and I'm giving my take from being a boss and from when I wasn't a boss. Okay. Now, I was in partnership with people. I've been an employee. And most recently, over the last few years of me and my brother's company, me and my brother, okay, we're partners in Clark Brothers Films. Great Minds Think Alike Publishing. Me and my brother are partners. Born to Shine Casting. Me and my brother are partners. Okay. On my brother's show, Real Talk. That's my brother's show. He has two co-hosts. Okay. He has two co-hosts. The director and the Jedi Council. Okay. What's up, Joseph? So my brother's show is Real Talk, but he's got two co-hosts with him, Kevin and Ralph. Together, they do the show Real Talk. They can't see my brother's books. Even though they are co-host of the show Real Talk, and they have helped build and brand Real Talk, they could never see my brother's books. Okay? Now, according to Mal and Rory. Okay. Thank you, Alicia. Please, everybody, what have you. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Please hit the like button. So, according to Rory and Mal, they did not work for Joe. They didn't work for Joe. They were, what they say tonight, partners, not podcast partners, but they were profit partners. Okay? They were profit partners. So according to them, of course, they didn't get the split that Joe got, at least I would hope not, but they get a percentage of stuff of whatever the podcast makes. Okay? Now, that was first. That was first. It was a team thing. Okay, but this is where I have to push back, right? A percentage partners. If it was a team thing, Joe started the podcast before they came on. What's up, Luscious? Joe started the podcast before they were even on. So how is it a team thing? A team thing is the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is all three of them together. right? All three of them together. This isn't a team thing to me. This doesn't look like a team thing. It's called the Joe Button Podcast. If it was a team thing, it would be called Joe, Rory, and Mal. Right, the original name of the podcast, but it was Joe Button at first. It was Joe Button at first with Melissa Mendez. Right, with Melissa Mendez. Before Rory and Mal even came on, Joe Button was with Melissa Mendez. And even before that, before podcasting even came into play, it was Joe Button TV. So he had already started the brand in motion with Joe Button TV. The only reason why that went over to podcasting, it went over to podcasting and was able to even be successful is because Joe Button had already made a name for himself in the rap industry. And also, you can't hear? You can't hear. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2. You can't hear me? I don't know. Someone said I can't hear. Okay. So the only reason why that podcast even got a sniff is because of Joe Button. Joe Button TV. He had started all of this with Joe Button TV. Does anybody go back that far? Okay, we're getting to that. We're getting to that, Nicole. We're getting to that. This is my thing. I know what their argument is. My argument is it's not a team thing. If he made them a profit partner and they got a certain percentage, of course, not as much as him, but they got a certain percentage of whatever they were making. Okay, they're profit partners. However, this was not a team thing. This was Joe putting on two of his friends. All right. This was Joe putting on two of his friends. This was not a team thing. The Breakfast Club is a team thing. All right. Amos and Andy is a team thing. That's a team thing. This was a Joe thing, and he just put two of his buddies on. Now, it's not like Rory, it's not like Joe was sitting around and said, hey, let's create something and I'll do it. Hey, why don't we create a podcast? Oh, yeah. Wait, what are we going to talk about in a podcast? Well, we're going to talk about this, that, and the other. No, Joe had created the podcast already, and then he called Rory and said, I need someone else to talk to other than a female. So Rory got called in, and then Mal came in after 77 episodes. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything from Mal. My brother, you came in on episode 77. It was already bubbling. It was going to bubble without you. Now, if you want to say Rory has an argument because Rory was there really from the beginning, even though he came in pod 6, pod 7, what have you. I know everybody likes to hear Mal talk and he's the black man with all this stand-up stuff. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing from Mal when you come in there episode 77, nigga. It was already bubbling. You could have took that playing on your phone and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You could have took that to another episode, bruh. So to me, Mal has no say-so. Now, Rory is a little bit different because Rory was there pretty much from the beginning. Episode 6, he called Rory. So at the end of the day, if they had a percentage partnership and they were supposed to get a certain percentage of what was made, then that's something totally different. However, if they signed a contract that said they're going to get a certain amount, my brother, you got to wait till that contract is up. Talk to me about this when your contract is up. You're in a contract right now. When that contract is up, then we can talk. What's up, Funhouse? What's up, Jimmy Ace? So that's my thing. It was never a team thing, people. Well, Nicole, from what they said, we still haven't seen the contract. So we don't know what it said. Joe said it didn't. They said it did. So maybe one day we'll see the contract and we'll get proven what it really said. Because Joe's saying they said a specific amount. They're saying it didn't. All right. So we can only go by, they both have a different side of the story. Of course, we knew that was going to happen. We haven't seen the contract. Maybe one day the contract will pop up. Maybe TMZ or somebody will get a hold of the contract. Somebody will snitch or whatever. But here is my feeling about that podcast. I've been watching Joe Budden's, like I said, ever since Joe Budden TV. Okay? I've been watching Joe Budden ever since Joe Budden TV. So I already know what Joe brought to the table. These two numbnuts, to me, brought nothing to the table. And Joe, in my opinion, if he offered them partnership or percentage partnership, to me, he's a dummy. And he's not as smart as I thought he was. Because Joe Budden should already know he did not need these two hacks. And that's exactly what they are. He did not need these two hacks. They know nothing about podcasting. They know nothing about broadcasting. They have no journalism experience. They don't know any celebrities. They do nothing. So if Joe gave these two hacks a percentage offer, then he's not as smart as I thought he was. Because I think they're useless, Alicia. I think they're useless. And they come on the podcast and they was talking down to people like they were big bosses making big moves. And you're just on this show because Joe bought you on the show. And they sat up there talking about, and we don't like academics, and academics is a jerk. But one thing about academics is a hard worker, and academics grind it. I remember when DJ Academics had 400 followers. DJ Academics grinded for the spot that he has. Everything that he has earned, everything that Academics has now, he earned. Rory and Mal have been riding on the coattails of Joe Budden. Rory and Mal have been riding Joe Budden's coattail. And because Joe, with his insecure self, called him and said, "Hey, can you come into the pod? Because I need somebody else to talk to. I just can't talk to the girl. Just can't keep talking to the girl, man. Can't keep doing the sex thing. I need somebody else to talk to. So can you come in?" And that was Joe's first mistake. Joe's done radio before. Joe's done radio. He's done a radio show. He was on Hot 97. Yeah, he said Melissa Mendez was in love with him. He's done Hot 97 before. So Joe has done radio. Joe did not need anyone to talk to. I'm not sure. So, yeah. So, here's the thing. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate it. Here's the thing. Now that they've responded and they have put it out there that they weren't workers for Joe, Joe said they were percentage partners. Aliana said, "Why do you sound like him though?" So my take is this on the whole thing. If Joe made them percentage partners, then yes, then if they're percentage partners, then they should be able to see how much the podcast is making. If it is true that they're percentage partners. But my thing is this. Let's not act like, Mal said that, Joe, you don't got them wrapped around the corner. We got them wrapped around the corner. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. They coming to see the Joe Budden podcast. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Mal. The moment he said that, I wish Leon would have popped out of nowhere. Isn't that who played David Ruffin? Leon. The moment he said, "Joe, you ain't got them wrapped around the corner. We got them wrapped around the corner." I wish Leon would have just popped out of behind the curtain and said, "Ain't nobody come to see you, Mal," and then just disappear again. Ain't nobody coming to see Mal and Rory. Because when they had the show, when Joe had COVID, when they had their show, they took over for 2 episodes or whatever it was. When Joe had COVID, Everybody that says, oh, Rory and Mal, their show flopped. 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 So I don't want to hear nothing about Rory and Mal is helping rapping around the corner. And I saw a very good post on Spill of Sugar. Shout out to Spill of Sugar. I think it's Spill of Sugar, or in case you didn't know, whichever one it was. I saw a very good post that said, Mal is saying, oh, I seen you as a rapper, and you never packed the house like that. Just because people are not a fan of his as a rapper, that don't mean they're not going to be a fan of him as a media personality. And they made a very good point. Eddie Murphy was a great comedian. But then remember when Eddie Murphy started making records? I went to see Eddie Murphy Delirious, but I wasn't going to see Eddie Murphy sing. So I guarantee you Eddie Murphy had a packed house when he was doing comedy, but I bet you he couldn't pack out Madison Square Garden when he's singing. That's the same thing. So it don't matter whether Joe didn't pack out the Hammerstein Ballroom when he was a rapper. He probably got more fans now than when he did when he was a rapper. Party all the time. So I'm not going to see Eddie Murphy sing Party all the time, but I'm going to hear him. I'll go to hear him say, it's my house. You know what it is? And if you don't like it, get the fuck out. So I think that point was irrelevant. So the blog that posted that, I believe it was Spill of Sugar. The blog that posted that, yeah, what's up with you? I'm not going to see him say that. I'm going to him tell comedy. No, we do not, Joseph. We're talking about Pacific stuff tonight, brother. You have to stay on topic, my brother. You have to stay on topic. So, to me, I think he did the right thing. Listen, man, y'all brothers, whatever. Now, if Joe owes them money, I think Joe needs to pay him. But I think the podcast needs to be over. Because the way he was saying things about Mal and saying things about Rory, and then Mal comes over today talking about Joe's wearing weird hats and he's not even the same guy. You know what, my G? You're not my friend. You come on here talking about my music career and stuff like that. You're not my friend. All these years, I don't know what was going on. Because I tell you one thing, my friends with my boys who I consider my friends, Deuce. No, I think Joe should start his another podcast and let it just be. To me, Joe should just have special guests every week. I think Joe should do a podcast and just have different guests every single week. That way, it'll keep it fresh. You'll get a different perspective every week. If he starts a podcast with anybody, it needs to be with academics. Two bosses on the same level. Now, they would get even splits. Joe and Ack. Call the show Joe and Ack. Or if Joe thought of whatever that show was called, bring that show back. Jiu-Jitsu, this is my show. Unlike Rory and Mal, this is my show. We get to Nicki when I say get to Nicki. If you want to leave and come back then, you're welcome to do it. But what we not going to do, you ain't going to come in here and tell me when to move on. We not going to do that. Don't get yourself blocked. Thank you. This is my shit. It says the Heaven Hollywood Experience up here. It don't say having Hollywood experience in jiu-jitsu. Rory and Mal seem bitter about it all, like it's Joe's show. Y'all know what y'all signed up for. When you come and sign on with somebody's show, you pretty much gonna dance to their beat. That's the way it is. You're gonna dance to their beat. Now, like I said, I'm gonna give people a chance, Reese, because that's how I roll. I'm not gonna block them on the first go round. I'm gonna give people a chance. But the thing is this, so people can't say, because somebody said to me the other day, "Oh, I like your show." Again, Nicole, if that is in the contract, then if he has to show them the books, then yes, he should have showed them the books, the real books. If that is truly in the contract, he should have showed them the books. I totally agree. However, where I don't agree is like, oh, this is a team. No, it isn't. It's not a team. This is Joe's show, and he brought them two along. So what we're going to do now, Reese, is because people came to me and said, oh, yeah, I know. I'm not talking about that person right there. I'm not talking about that, but that person should have been blocked. I'm not talking about that person. That person should have been blocked. But I'm just saying for other people that just come on and have their opinion or what have you, we going to let them rock until they get disrespectful. That person got disrespectful, they're out of here. I don't know why people so why are you paying for a service where you aren't getting? Again, I'm Nicole. I think I've already went on to that side already. I said if they have in their contract that they should see the books, then yes, Joe should have showed them the books. However, my whole thing is let's not call this a partnership. Again, no, I think he said, you acting like I work for you. Joe may not have wanted to show them. But you're saying I don't work for you. But if he can fire Rory, right? Mal said, I don't work for you. But he can fire you. So if somebody can fire you, the last time I checked, if somebody can fire you, it sounds like to me like you work for them. Hey, tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. If Joe fired Rory and he can fire Mal and say, you're not welcome back, right? How do they not work for Joe? So Mal could just pop back up at the podcast tomorrow and say, F you, I don't work for you. Am I right or wrong? Mal said, my nigga, I don't work for you. You kind of do. You kind of do. They can't fire Joe. So if Joe can walk in there and fire you, then you work for him. If you work for an employer, you're helping them build their brand as well. So, me personally, I hope Joe gets a show with Ack. To me, I would watch that. Rory and Mal, I ain't trying to watch Rory and Mal. I'm not trying to watch Rory and Mal. Let Rory and Mal go get their own podcast. Joe, excuse me, whatever money you owe them, Joe, please pay these two hacks so I can stop seeing them crying on air and talk about, spinning the narrative. Oh, that's crazy. Please pay these two bums and send them on their way and let them go do their own podcast. And let's see who's going to watch. Now, moving on. Onika Tanya Mirage, a.k.a. Nicki Minaj, a.k.a. Nicki Lewinsky, a.k.a. the Queen, to freedom. So, oh man, Nicki Minaj, as we all know, she came out, she let everybody know on Monday that she was dropping something on Friday, and then the whole week everybody set up, set up their week, built their week around Nicki. And I dropped a video on it, but I'm going to give my 100% clear perspective of everything. And there may be some tea in there. There may be some things that people didn't know, because that's what I am. I'm not a blogger or a gossiper. I'm an insider. So bloggers give their opinion. Journalists cover things, that reporters report on things that happen. Insiders tell you things you do not know. That's what I do. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Well, you can't say like, comment, subscribe. That's on the video. Please hit the like button. I need as many likes as people in here. First thing is this. The whole rollout with the remix of Beam Me Up Scotty. This is not something that just got thought about at the last minute. This has been done. This has been done. And Nicki had got to a point, which I had told everyone. Nicki had got to the point where she said, you know what? I'm to the point now where I've already spoken out about this Grammy fuckery. I've already spoken out about people, the Nicki hate train, and the email that I told you about and that the blog told you about a long time ago. We were the only two people, since people like to say we get our information from someone else. We were the only people telling you about this email that went out, right? If you check back on the blog, you can't check my lives. If you check back on the blog, G said 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, may have been, that they sent out a mass email to not support Nicki. We told you that. Nicki then confirmed it on Queen Radio. Y'all should have knew right there that I was the truth. When she came on and confirmed that there was an email being sent out, we told you about that email damn near a year before Nicki came on Queen Radio. So right there, you should have knew I was the truth. But Nicki got to the point where she said, you know what? I'll come back out, or maybe I won't. But either way, I'm good. She doesn't care about the Grammy. She's not, now she has 2 number ones, so people can never say you never had a number 1 record. So she's got 2 number ones, so she really don't care about the Grammy. Not anymore. So Nicki was to the point now, she just had her first kid. I believe she's gonna have another one. As sad as it is to think about, I believe she's gonna have another one. They should have 2 kids. Excuse me. So from everything that I was getting, she was completely 100% satisfied with never coming out again. Just dropping the documentary, dropping the couple of songs that she has that's going to go on the documentary, just so people could say, oh, what's that? Because she's still got, she's got a few records. She's got a few records that no one ever heard. And she was going to sprinkle them into the documentary. She was totally convinced and totally satisfied with never dropping any more music. Because she feels as though she's solidified, which she is. She is. If Nicki Minaj said, I'm retiring, I don't think that's not going to not make her the GOAT anymore. That's not going to say that wouldn't make her the GOAT anymore. I would say once she went through and, well, I say it's sad to say only because I just don't want to, I don't like seeing her pregnant if it ain't by me. I'm just being selfish. Of course, it's a beautiful thing if you have kids. I'm just speaking from a selfish standpoint. Can I be selfish? Thank you. So, my thing is, when the record dropped, when the remake of Beam Me Up Scotty dropped, I was a tad bit disappointed. Probably because I know Beam Me Up Scotty back and forth. Yeah, I've known it for years. Like, I know that every single record by heart. Right? Hold on. Who is this? Who is this? Wait a minute. No, you will get checked if there's any lying. Y'all hated for 3 years straight. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Who are you checking on my show? Who are you checking on my show? Hello? Who are you checking on my show? You better get it together, sis. This ain't the place. This ain't the place. You don't check nothing over here. You check out the show. That's the only thing you gonna check on my shit. You check the show out or check out. That's the only things that has to do with check when it comes to the Heaven Hollywood show. Now, if you want to go and run the little show with your little 20 followers and go start your own page, you are welcome to do that. But on this show, we run it the way I say it's to be run. So if you don't like what's being said, exit stage left. And go skip along to a fake Nicki page. That's not disrespectful. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what? Let me tell you something. Oh, it ain't gonna be no timeout. There won't be no timeout. It'll be over and out. There won't be no timeout. As I said, y'all are talking from a perspective over somebody that you lay down at night and jerk your clits off over. I've been in the same room with her on multiple occasions, 6 feet apart from her. So the same one that you sit and rub your clits about every single night, I've been face to face with her in the studio multiple times. So fall back. A spot you will never be. Anyway, once the Beam Me Up Scotty came back out, I was a tad bit disappointed because I wanted to hear something new. Now, the song with the Drake record, okay? The song with the Drake record. Thank you, Reese. another thing that I told you was happening when I first got the word. That song, them three getting together on a record, was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen when they had the meeting. When Wayne did the little interview with Drake, and then he did the interview with Nicki. And then shortly after that, Nicki made the comment about the play date. So I told y'all then, thank you, Ash. I told y'all then it was in the works. So now that they dropped the C and Green record, which she stated out of her own mouth on a live, she had writer's block. And she really wasn't that interested in coming out of it. She really wasn't interested in that and coming out of it. But shout out to Drake for letting her know, listen, you're the queen. All right? You are the queen. And if anybody can tell someone about reinventing themselves, it's Drake. Because Drake is the king right now of reinventing himself. Whatever he has to do to reinvent himself, to stay relevant as the generations switch, Drake has been able to do it. Right? Drake has been able to do it. So him stating that to her was great and was something she needed to hear. Now, the record with those three together, and I stated this before, we're going to get to the shots. The first shot of the record, of course, from Nicki, we're only focusing on Nicki's shots. All right. So everybody always wants to make the shots about one person. The stand-in line is clearly a Cardi shot. That was not a Megan shot. You're just my stand-in and my homework. That's what they handed. That is a Cardi shot, 100%. The Megan shot didn't really come until, and a lot of people saying, oh, the TikToking is a Cardi shot. That was not a Cardi shot. That was a Megan shot. Because Megan is the one that blew up off of TikTok. Cardi didn't blow up off of TikTok. Megan is the one with Savage that blew up off of TikTok. And she's the one known for dancing. Cardi's not really that great of a dancer. So Megan is the one that's known for the dancing. And we know that the alcoholic shot. Your bitch is thirsty. That's what no wonder you alcoholics. We all know that's a Megan shot. Because Megan's the one always driving the boat and always got a bottle and always known for being drunk. Cardi was a stripper, but Cardi was a stripper years ago. So when she said they're dancing on TikTok, dancing, y'all's time is ticking. Y'all bitches' times are ticking. That means your time is running out. It's what we call a triple entendre. So you have to concentrate on what she's saying. Your time is ticking. Who's the one that they said only don't have much longer in the game? Megan. Who's the one who blew up off of TikTok? Megan. you also only have a certain amount of time on TikTok. Thank you, Dolly. Remember that. You also only have a certain amount of time on TikTok. What do they give you? 10 seconds? Right? So they give you 10 seconds on TikTok. Also, TikTok will eventually fade out. We're going to get to the Nicki thing. So we're gonna get to the shot at Jay, but this is the reason why you have to be careful about that, about saying that's a shot at Jay, because if we'll get to that afterwards. So of course the whole my sons. She also took a shot at Megan when she said, "I hear you hot. Well, convince me." You know, Megan's the hot girl summer. Or I hear you're hot, and they say Megan's the hottest female rapper. Well, come convince me. That's another shot at Megan. The Jay thing, the reason why with Fractures is number one, she had to clear that record with Jay. So if she dissed Jay-Z, she can't just put out Fractions and put a Jay shot on there and think Jay's gonna let it rock, because Jay's got to clear that record. Anything that she's gonna do that's on his beat that he owns the masters to, she's got to clear it with Jay-Z. So if that was a shot at Jay-Z, I can guarantee you that was not on the record when he heard it. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you if that was on the record when he cleared it, then he clearly didn't think it was a shot, because he would never clear a record from Nicki that had a shot to him on it. But she's been known to change lyrics in the past. Now, a lot of people don't feel as though it's a diss, because remember, she said, "And count a mill." Jigga what? Jigga who? Remember, a mill said, "Jigga what? Jigga who?" That was a mill who was saying, "Jigga what? Jigga who?" So for people saying, "Oh, she was saying jigga who," like, who are you? No, that you don't understand lyrics. You don't understand lyrics. She said, "And count a mill." Remember, a mill was Jay's old rapper that said, "Jigga what? Jigga who?" That was a mill saying that on the Jay record. She was not saying jigga what, jigga who, like, oh, who? Jigga who? Like, you don't understand lyrics if that's what you thought. So that is the reason why I don't think it was a shot. I think it was just a play on words. I think Nicki would be, I just don't think Nicki's that dumb. Faye, you're correct. Thank you for that correction. Or they don't know the song. That's correct. So pretty much. Right, Marcel, exactly. Well, she has a lot of reasons to shade Jay, Tough T. She has a lot of reasons to shade Jay, because Jay has been shading Nicki for the past 5 years. You see, people See, people don't know what happens behind the scenes. They only see what they see in front. Jay-Z has been shading Nicki Minaj for the last 5 years. When he was telling people at the Rock Nation brunch, this is all the behind the scenes stuff that I got back. When he was telling people at the Rock Nation brunch, she's talking like we have a conversation all the time. We talk about, I called about title, and she puts me in a line. I mean, I don't understand. She tried to make it seem like we're buddies. It was strictly business. When Nicki came out and said, "Oh, I just talked to Jay last night, and he's the only one I want to sign to." Jay went to the Rock Nation brunch like, I called about title. So he was blowing Nicki off, trying to make her seem like, oh, she wants to be his friend so bad. Oh, I wasn't calling her about anything. I talked to her about title, and she's putting it in the music like we hang out and we have conversations. So, and then he stopped the Nicki response. He stopped the Nicki's response back to Remy because he was co-signing Remy. Yeah, like she's thirsty. He was co-signing Remy. Let's not forget, Remy dissed Nicki on All the Way Up remix. That was Jay's record. Jay has to hear every single lyric. That was Rock Nation's venture with Fat Joe, Sloppy Joe as I call him. And Jay has to clear every single record, every single line that goes on a record. And Drake was supposed to be on the All the Way Up remix. That's a fact. And Jay had him removed because Remy Martin was throwing shots at Nicki on that record. And Jay cleared it. So if he was cool with Nicki, he would never allow Remy to be throwing shots at Nicki Minaj on that record. So that's another time he shaded her. You see, Jay and Beyonce are bloodsuckers. This is what people don't understand. They're bloodsuckers. Everybody can't be lying. Lady Gaga said it. What's her name? The hips don't lie. Hips don't lie said it. Tony Braxton said it. All these people that they tried to hop on when they were hot. That's what Jay and Beyonce do. They ride the wave when you're hot, when you can make them some money. Right? When they can make you some money. Shakira, thank you. They all said it about her. Sia. Alanis Morissette. Neo. Remember when Neo was hot? Remember when Neo was hot? When Dream was hot? I think it was Bonnie and Clyde that they stole from Tony Braxton. So that's the reason. She does have a reason to diss Jay, right? She has a reason to diss Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z, you talk about stopping bags. He really stops bags. Because when you shut down people's careers, he could have ruined He could have ruined Nicki with that no fraud situation. He could have ruined Nicki by him stopping her response. He could have ruined Nicki. It just so happens that Remy wasn't smart enough to realize that they wasn't really messing with her like that. Yeah, Neo just put out a song, but when's the last time Neo been on top? And you know how you could tell Neo's blackballed, Deborah? Because you told me just put out a song, and I had no idea he did it. I had no idea he did it. And when Neo used to drop, it used to be news. So that's the reason why she has reasons to diss Jay-Z and diss Beyonce too. Neo's blackballed because he put out the reference tracks to the left, because Beyonce, with her slick self, like she always tries to do, Beyonce was trying to claim that she took that song, You Must Not Know About Me, like it was just a song totally different, and she took it and rearranged it and added that and added this, and she added to the left, and Neo was like, nah, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. I gave you that record and you put it out exactly how I gave you. And so he put the reference tracks out on TMZ, on TMZ, on YouTube, and it ruined his career because they felt embarrassed. Because he put the reference tracks out and it sounded exactly like how she recorded it. Beyonce didn't add nothing to that record. Neo had to the left in it. Neo had all the ad libs in it. The only thing she did was maybe add in her riffs. Maybe she added an ad lib or two, but for the most part, that record was exactly like Neo's reference track. Neo wrote that record. And then when he did that, then he cut her off. He cut Neo off from working with Rihanna. You didn't see Neo on TV. Oh, I wish I could work with Rihanna again. Rihanna was my favorite. I was at the Neo birthday party when Rihanna was there, and Rihanna was just going on and on about how she loved Neo. Neo's her favorite producer. She thinks Neo's the best. I hope I can work with him for the rest of my career. And then after Neo put the reference tracks out, Jay cut off his work with Beyonce and Rihanna, and he been downhill ever since. Well, here's the thing about Miley Cyrus, and I'm only gonna say on this quickly because we're gonna get back to Nicki's shots. Atlantic was hating Nicki before Miley Cyrus. The Atlantic hate goes back to when Atlantic was Warner Brother Records. So the Atlantic hate goes back further than Miley Cyrus. That's a long embedded hate with Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj gave them a promise that she was signing with Warner Brothers. But then she did not sign with Warner Brothers. That's where the Atlantic hate came from. Atlantic has always hated Nicki Minaj, but they just couldn't do anything about it because she was on fire. Atlantic has been trying to pay female rappers for years to diss Nicki. It was just Remy finally was the one who took the check. So that's what happened with that. Nicki sold Warner Brothers. She was going to sign with them. When she got there, Kevin Lyles was running Warner, and this is why she doesn't like Leor Cohen. Leor Cohen was the head of was the head of Warner, and he gave the job to Kevin Lyles. Kevin Lyles was supposed to sign Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj walked in with Full Force. This is when Full Force was managing her. Full Force took Nicki into Kevin Lyles. Now, the thing is this. Their ear is always to the streets. At this time, Nicki Minaj, what a lot of people don't know, Nicki Minaj, this is right around the time before he latched on to Kimbella. Nicki Minaj wanted to date Juelz Santana. All right? And this is a fact. This is a fact. You can ask Juelz, you can ask Nicki. Nicki Minaj wanted to date Juelz Santana. She loved Juelz. When Juelz came out, Juelz was Nicki's favorite rapper. She wanted to date Juelz Santana. This is when Juelz first met Kimbella. But he didn't have the baby with her. He wasn't like really dating her like that. He just had met her. When Juelz dropped, "Oh Boy," with Cameron, when he came out with "Oh Boy" and the other joint, "Hey Ma, what's up? That was Nicki's joint. And we gonna get it on tonight. That was Nicki's joint. She loved "Hey Ma," and she loved Juelz. Because Leor Cohen is so dirty, Leor Cohen and Kevin Lyles found out that Nicki loved Juelz. So they was going to bring in Juelz to write for Nicki. And they figured Nicki would say yes because she liked Juelz at the time. How they found this out, that's how dirty and sneaky Leor Cohen is. He keeps his ears to the streets. Once Nicki found that out, she said no. She stopped the deal. They said, "But you gave us an agreement." "I can't do it." "But you're giving up millions of dollars." "I can't do it." So Nicki said at that point in time, "If you want a guy to write for me, I can't sign the deal. I'll just have to be poor." Because remember, this time she didn't have a deal yet. And she apologized to Full Force because Full Force was going to get millions of dollars off it. Nope, not Lloyd Banks. It was Juelz Santana. And she apologized to Full Force. She didn't get the money from Full Force. And then she moved on eventually to Fendi, to Deb, and then the rest is history. I can't play the songs because they'll strike me, right? They will definitely give me a strike if I play the song, so I cannot do that. But I'm throwing shots, either return them or flee the scene. So basically, I'm throwing shots. right? You know I'm throwing shots at you. You girls are intelligent enough criticized for mention of husband's accuser. Wait a minute. So I have to go back to that, right? I have to go back to that. Fractions. I fell back. I had a baby. You know, I did the mother thing. I did the wife thing. All that. Yeah, but I think it's quite clear now you need the bad guy. Verse. Ayow. You always are looking for that ayo before Nicki starts. I'm the one who runs the city where they armed and vicious. Hold on. Let me put these lyrics up here so we can find the shots. Let me put them up here so we can find the shots. Hold on. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay. Let's go find the shots. Okay. Who run the city? Where they armed and vicious, accusations on them blogs, and they all fictitious. I done been through realest blocks, push the hardest sixes. Keep a couple killers that don't care how far them licks is. Look, bitches act like they want action. Heard they want action. Bitch, we ain't ducking no action. I'm about to give them that traction. Send a distraction. Then I'm gonna line them up like fractions. Took a break, I let them live. Look at all eating them, but these bitches gonna be mad once I call this meeting. Cause Nicki's funny. Cause they gotta move around once the queen is queening. About to put out all this crack, cause my fiends is fiending. Oh man, I put these bitches on gang. They should be kissing my feet. Think he's funny. I tried to give him some press. Press. They tried to say it was beef. See? That's a Cardi shot. Without a doubt, that is 100% a Cardi shot. I tried to give him some press. They tried to say it was beef. Wait, where am I at? Oh, to try to say it beef. It's Nicki M, such a little gem. Bitches want to be around me, but I do not fuck with them. Megan. All these diamonds on me flooded. I hope nobody gets stuck. If I pull out the Ferrari, then my shooter's in the truck. I could still go to my hood. They know my body is good. $2 million to party in Saudi Arabian clubs, popping them things to go up and smoking Los Angeles bud. These bitches biting like Joe. Shout out to Kamala, though. It's them weak bars thinking that she dissing for me. I graded your homework, bitch. It's incomplete. That's probably a Cardi shot as well. If you was trying to be my son, then mission complete. I'm the final level, bitch. They on a mission to beat. It's like COVID when the GOAT is on the track. The whole game stopped, but I ain't playing with these bitches. This ain't GameStop. Nice wordplay. If Barbie in the building, then she with a gangster. He ain't gonna hesitate if I tell him to shank something. Just put a beauty parlor in my guest house. You mean the pink Lamborghini? That's at the next house. F him so good, I got him walking with his chest out. I wish these bees wanted more talent and less clout. Let's see. I put that A-Rod. None of these bitches are safe, huh? I'm trying to see where this game's still cold. Uber. Listen, they were saying that people were giving her slack for mentioning her husband's accuser. I don't see that. Where am I missing something? Am I missing something? Where in there did she mention her husband's accuser? Yeah, but Helena, that's the smart thing to do, right? That's a smart thing to do, because the smart thing to do would be to disappear and just work. Just work on your album, disappear. I wouldn't stay on social media didn't Remy Martin do the same thing? Didn't Remy like cut her comments off when Queen came out or something like that? I mean, if they're dropping, right? Because you got to remember something. That's a no. If she stays on social media, people are going to say, "Oh, you're just trying to distract people because Nicki's out." So I think the best thing to do would be just disappear. Just disappear and hope the album don't go number one, and hope the record don't go number one. Because if it don't, you know she gonna pop back out and pop shit. Because that's really the only way she can respond. Now, Megan got some bars. We're not going to sit up here and act like Megan ain't got no bars. If you made it to that cipher, like I said, they don't allow people on the cipher that ain't got no bars. You got to try out for the cipher. You just can't say, oh, yeah, I'm going to be on the cipher, and they let you be on it. No. They have to check you out. They're not going to put you on the cipher if you can't rap. So she can rap. Partisan is not right. Y'all got to stop that. Let's not do Megan like that. Because number one, if you want to say Partisan is writing for Cardi, I'll buy that. Megan was rapping way before she met Partisan. So let's not do that to Megan. Let's not do it. You can't put her and Cardi in the same breath. If you want to say Partisan's writing for Cardi, okay, I'll buy that. But Partisan ain't writing for Megan. But I'm gonna tell you this. So I'm gonna tell you this, XA. I don't think he's writing for Cardi because I don't think Cardi's gonna respond. Cardi, he can't write a diss record. He can't write a diss record for Cardi B to diss Nicki Minaj. Anything that you can diss Nicki about has already been done in Sheetha. Now, if anybody comes back with a diss record for Nicki, the only thing they can say to diss Nicki would be they could talk about Kenneth Petty. They could talk about how, you're married to a rapist, your brother was a pedophile, in order to, but Remy already covered that. So in order to diss Nicki, what can you really say? Cardi can't talk about her fake body because Cardi's got a fake body. So she can't really talk about that. She can't talk about Nicki's surgeries or whatever because she's had surgeries. She can't out rap her, so that's the end of that. She can't talk about anything that Remy already mentioned. So the only thing she can talk about is Kenneth Petty. That's really it. And I got more number ones than you. I got 5 number ones and only 5 years. You've been in the game 15 years. I've been in the game 5 years. I got 5 number ones already. Blah blah blah. That's the only thing Cardi could really use if she was going to respond. I just don't think she's going to. But that she would be able to mention Kenneth Petty. That's a fact. Because no matter how she slices it, it's not, that's not a good look. People can try to brush that off all they want. They can try to brush it off. But that's not a good look for him, for her. Now, Megan, like I said, I don't believe Cardi will respond. Megan Thee Stallion is a different story. So I'm not saying that Megan can bar with Nicki, but Megan's no bum. Let's not do that. Megan's no bum. So when it comes to rapping, that's why I don't think Cardi would ever respond. You know what I mean? That's the thing. She has too many holes. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate it. She has too many holes. Cardi has too many holes to respond back to Nicki. And on top of that, she'd have to have somebody write it for her. So she would never respond. But again, I want to see if Megan responds. If anyone responds, I expect it to be her. I don't expect Cardi B to respond. But if you are going to respond to Nicki Minaj, you're going to have to bring up the 2 things that will hurt her the most. You bring up the brother, and you bring up Kenneth Petty. That's the only real angle that you can really take on her. Right? That's the angle you can take on her. See, Remy could bring up the surgeries and stuff, because at that time, Remy didn't have surgeries. She's got surgeries now. See, but if Nicki was in the know like me, she would have just brought up Gloria Velez. That's how Nicki should have responded. And that's what I told her manager. Just get Gloria Velez on the track. It'll be over. when Remy dropped Sheetha, all Nicki had to do was come back with Gloria Velez on the track, and it would have been a wrap. Oh, man. So, what else we got? I want to go too far much in the Nick, man. Hold on. What else we got? Y'all crazy. Who else we got? Now, the song Seeing Green, I was looking for it. Did Drake remove Meek Mill from Seeing Green. Now, people was hitting me up saying, "Oh, there's vocals out there of Meek on Seeing Green." I have not seen nothing. I have not heard nothing. I said, "Where's the vocals at? Send me the vocals." I told her, Deborah, I told her manager, by this time, this ain't the same Nicki that I was sitting up in the studio with. This is now worth $150 million Nicki. So you got to go through her manager now. So there's a rumor going around that Drake, the song Seeing Green, had Meek Mill on it, and Drake removed Meek Mill from the record and put Nicki on the record. I have not found that proof. I have not found that proof. Yeah, Gloria got an Insta. It's at Glow Velez or something like that. I don't have that proof of Drake removing Meek Mill, but they say it's out there. We'll go looking for it. You sent me the vocals. Thank you. Thank you, Tufty. Thank you very much. So Bree said, did Lil' Kim send Nicki flowers? Because she heard that Lil' Kim sent Nicki flowers. Well, at this point, if Kim did send Nicki flowers, I wouldn't say I'm surprised at this point in the game. I mean, because that rivalry is done with, should be anyway. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening because Lil' Kim is a very, very, very. Lil' Kim is a person who holds grudges, and I don't think Kim. I just can't see it. I can't see it. At this point, she ain't getting a feature. Hell, Nicki's damn near about to retire. So she ain't going to get a feature at this point. And at this point, who would really want it? I know I wouldn't. Not from what I've heard from Kim in the last few years. Now, if this was 10 years ago, no, Jessica, you're wrong. She did have to. Jessica, I'll tell you why. Nicki did not credit Lil' Kim on that record. Drake used the Lil' Kim line. So she has to get credited. So yes, she did credit it. You're right. Lil' Kim will forgive a nigga. She ain't gonna forgive no female. Nicki credited her because she had to. Nicki Minaj Fry, from what I'm hearing, is 2022. I believe that the documentary is going to drop this year. Now, this is, like I said, this is what I've been told. If you don't want to believe it, you don't have to believe it. The documentary will drop this year. She's got like 2 songs on the doc that wasn't released. And I believe that's going to lead you into 2022, where I think that album will drop in the first part of 2022. If it does drop 2021, I'm hearing it's gonna. You're talking, near the end, November, December. But Rihanna's documentary is supposed to be, from judging from what I was told, supposed to be dropping in June. So that's next month. So Nicki doesn't want to drop the same month Rihanna's dropping. So Nicki's going to probably drop in July or maybe 2 months after. That album is not coming in September. Sorry. That album will not come in September. And September ain't soon. September is not soon. That's 4 months away. That they were like, oh, coming soon. September ain't soon. I love when they be like, oh yeah, the album's coming soon. 4 months from now, that is not soon. So now Kim apologized to Faith Evans. Kim and Faith Evans are good. Kim and Faith Evans are good. And Kim put a gun in Faith Evans' mouth. So hey man, if Kim and Faith Evans can make up, hey, anything's possible. She put a gun in Faith Evans' mouth. Remy and Lil Kim are good. After Lil Kim called her Remy Man. Lil Kim is the one who started Remy Man. Faith whooped Kim's ass one time. Faith whooped Kim's ass a couple of times. And then Kim popped up on her with the ratchet. Yo, Kim is funny, man. Kim is funny. We're not gonna do. We moved on. We're not gonna get into Nicki's, whether Nicki stole somebody's style. Let me send some. Let me check my Instagram. Hold on, y'all. They said they sent it to me, so we gonna see. Said they sent it to me on DM. All right. Let me check. Let me check. Y'all said y'all sent it to me DM. All right. I better hear it. Y'all don't be playing no games with me. Let's see. What's up, Lizzie? Hey, Lizzie, what's up? Yo, who sent me? I don't see it. Okay, what's the name on Instagram? Who on Instagram? Who sent me this? Okay. Miss Lieber. Okay, Miss Lieber, you sure you sent it to me? Because child. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right, I found it. Let's see. Hold on. On here, motherfucking thing. Wait a minute, guys. Supposed to get on seeing green. All right, so I do see it, but I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. All right. We'll have to go back. Well, I'm just gonna. Well, I have to check it out later. Thank you for that, Miss Libra. Thank you for that. I'll check it out later. So now this is the whole thing. If Meek and Drake are now cool, how is this now going to affect him going forward with his relationship with Drake? Because um Drake and Meek was supposed to be cool. Now, did Meek? They saying Meek had vocals on this record. So did Drake? What did Drake give him the beat first, or did that producer give Meek the beat and then give Drake the beat? That's the whole thing. What now? Was it a producer thing? Was it a Drake thing? Was Drake didn't produce that record? He didn't make the beat. So was it the producer who pulled that and gave the beat to Drake and the beat to Meek? We will be able to tell when Meek Mills comes out and speak. But as far as Meek Drake honoring his relationship with Nicki, I don't even really think it's that deep no more. I don't think it's that deep no more. I think Drake is over the whole Nicki crush thing, and I really don't think he. Of course, he's always gonna love Nicki. He's always gonna look up to Nicki, what have you. But you see, you have to remember something. We're not talking about the worth 25 sitting on 25 mil. We're no longer talking about that Drake. Thank you, Deborah. I believe that as well. We're no longer talking about the 25-year-old Drake sitting on 25 mil while Nicki was sitting on 80 at the time. So even though he's always going to love Nicki for who she is, I don't think he's on it like that anymore. Because Drake is now just as big or bigger than Nicki. So he no longer has to be like, oh my God, Nicki Minaj. Plus, he's waited all this long and didn't get it. So I'm sure he pretty much knows by now. Yeah, it's never gonna happen. She's never gonna like me like that. We're not gonna be together. We're not gonna get married. I'm scared to even go over there and have some shrimp and lobster because she's got, her watchdog out and he's looking at me all crazy. Like, I mean, guy, I'm just coming over to have some shrimp. I mean, like, why are you looking at me like that? Like Nicki, like, put the watchdog up. Like, really? He's looking at me with these, the fucking vibe looks. Mob ties. Like, guy, really? Bree, you got a good point. You got a good point. Drake was on some talking. Lisa, that's how you be doing. Yeah, got really, guy. it's like with Nicki, I'm not. You asked me what I've been trying to get this man over for 2 months. 2 months, Drake. When are you coming? Well, as soon as you put the bulldog up, I'll probably stop by. By the way, guys, you know Nicki Minaj is dropping new music tonight. Come on, bro. You gotta get hip, bro. I'm never coming until you put up that pit bull. No, Drake is already in the US. He fled Canada. Natalie, he fled Canada. He's in California. He's been in California the last couple. The moment that they said you're going on lockdown, Drake left Canada. Drake's in California. He's been in California the last couple of months. And he's got Air Drake, so he can go back and forth whenever he wants. Yeah, he can go back and forth whenever he wants. But he's been in Cali for a minute now. That's why I said I'm in these streets. I'm gonna be over there this week. Let me ask you something. Is Zoo gonna be home? Probably called up. Hey, what's up, Nick? What's up, guy? Young Lion, Young Angel, what's up? Drake, when are you coming over, Drake? I have lobster. I have shrimp. Where'd the motherfucking goat coming over? Well, let me ask you a question. Is Zoo home? Yes, he's in the room, but click. Oh man. So anyway. Ay. You know the fucking vibe. Who that you laughing at? Zoo, this is Drake. You know Drake. Be laughing too much with him. You know the fucking vibe. So yeah, with the whole removal, I'm interested in seeing what happens now. We're gonna find out real quick about Meek Mill and how he took this whole being removed off the beat. If he says, you know what, it wasn't even my beat. The producer sent it to me, and I ain't had time. I was out. I'm not getting this money, man. I ain't got no time for that. Come on now. What you talking about? What we really talking about? I wasn't even feeling that beat like that. Nigga, stop lying. Stop lying, boy. But speaking of Zoo, apparently he's cheating on Nicki. Now, let me see who said that to me. Jessica. So Jessica, let me guess where you heard that. Because you didn't hear from me, and I don't think you heard it on the blog. Maybe G did. I don't think I heard it on the blog. So did someone with like upside down cards upside down tarot cards tell you that? I'm not mentioning any names. I'm just asking. Where did you hear that from? Somebody with upside down tarot cards? Oh man. Shout out to all the shout out to all the upside down tarot card readers. Oh man. Listen. It's already, listen, man, I haven't heard it. I've heard nothing. But I'm gonna tell you this, I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be shocked. But have I heard that? No, I have not heard that. I understand that, but and you're talking to someone. Oh, I know she's got the tea. I know she's got the tea. You know why she's got the tea? Why don't you ask people that follow me? Watch. Oh, I know you're definitely not lying, Jessica. She's got the tea, and she's been right about everything. You know why she's been right about everything? And it ain't because she read them cards. So you are definitely telling the truth. She definitely got the tea, and she definitely has been right about everything. But there's a reason why she's been right about everything, and there's a reason why she got the tea. Maybe it's a membership to that damn blog that my mentee owns, that she's been a member of for the last few years. Maybe it's her coming up in my lives and being in my life for the last 3 years, and then going back and regurgitating my tea. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Everybody that fucks with me knows the truth. So you are right about that. She definitely has a tea. You are right. I'm not gonna lie there. Yes, Marcel. She said Nicki got a collab coming, but she wanted to be surprised. Who's she talking about? Listen. All right, so we're gonna do this, Bree. By her saying she wants it to be a surprise, right? So now, whoever it is, right? Whoever it is, she could say, see, I told you, I wanted it to be a surprise. Again, as far as collabs go with Nicki's new album, the only people that I had heard about, I told y'all about months ago. And it happened. I told y'all she was doing a record with Drake and Lil Wayne. All right. So that's the reason why. Thank you, Helena. I appreciate it. That's the reason why. That's the only collab that I heard about. Dolly. Yeah, Dolly, chill, Dolly, chill. So, Megan, good news is better. I did see that. I did see JT, and then she tried to act like she wasn't saying that. Listen, the City Girls, I don't even like the City Girls like that, but the city girls don't know whether they want to mess with Nicki, whether they don't want to mess with Nicki, whether they like Cardi, whether they don't like Cardi, whether they like Megan, whether they don't like Megan. They don't know who they like. They don't know who they like. They don't know who they don't like. Monique, I tell you this, Monique, I really don't care because listen, I let her rock, and she's been taking my stuff and going to her channel and building her channel, and people were coming back to me in the beginning when it first started happening and telling me that there was somebody reading tarot cards and all of their tea was exactly what was on the blog and in my lives. But I was like, whatever, I let it rock. But then when people from her page starts coming to my page saying I'm copying her, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when I have to step up and say something. You see, if she just would have kept going and doing her thing and doing what she's doing, I would have never said anything. I was telling my people, nah, leave her alone, whatever. She's doing her thing. If people want to reference my stuff, just say you got it from me. I never hesitate to say where I got something from. I give props to T-Serve Cole, to Mob Radio, to Got That Scoop, and to Goat Ashley all the time. I give them props, and Spill the Sugar. And the Whisper Report. I give them props. However, she was sitting up in her lies giving the Whisper Report props when she's been coming in my shit for years and was a heavy hitter. And she was a member of G's blog. But then when she was spilling my shit, she was saying it was an exclusive, but she's steady giving the Whisper Report props. So she's going to give props to the Whisper Report, who only been blogging maybe a year. And every single time she hears something from them, she gives them props. But she was spilling my stuff and saying she was getting it from them upside down tarot cards. But it's whatever. If you get stuff from me, you've been hearing stuff in my lives. I've been doing lives forever. All the heavy hitters that rock with me know. They hear the stuff in my lives. I've been saying this shit for years before it happens. And then it happens. But that's going to be the last time that I mention her. She's a fraud. That's all I'm going to say. She's a fraud. And if y'all want to keep listening to her, you keep listening to her. But notice that when she says, what I got back, what you got back from me, bitch? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? How can you get back anything when you're not in the fucking industry? What I got back was, what you got back from what? From the blog? From my lives that you're regurgitating? What are we talking about? What can you get back if you're not in the fucking industry and you have no connections whatsoever? What are you talking about? That's what you got back. So, again, that's the last time I'm going to address her. To answer the question, I did not hear that. She has no connection. She was in my lives forever. I finally figured out who she is. After all the stuff going together, she had her industry friend was me. She was getting her shit from me. And she's on G's blog, who used to be a publicist for 14 years. She doesn't have connections. Trust me. She was in my live every single live. She's a regular person. She's not in the industry. She has no connections. She's not in the industry. I know who she is. She doesn't show her face, but I know who she is. I figured out who she is. She's a regular person. Like her regular page, she's got like 20 followers. She doesn't have any connections. Her regular page, she has like 20 followers. Everybody heavy hitters know who she is. If I was to put her name out there. Oh, let's see here. Moving on. I've been blocked her, but she has. I'm sure she has other profiles. You know what I mean? I've been blocked her. Seeing green. Seeing green is is a good record. Seeing is a good record. I blocked her regular profile. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly right now how many followers her page has. Her regular page. Hold on. And then we're going to move on. So I blocked her regular page too. Hold on. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I can't find it because I'm sure she blocked me. Yeah, I blocked her anyway. So, anyway, let's move on. It's not important. It's like 25 followers, something like that. It's like 25 followers. I should have just took a screenshot of it because I'm sure I'm blocked on the other page. I'll find it though. So anyway, what else we got, y'all? What else we got? You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm not everybody that knows me, everybody that rocks with me knows I'm not confrontational. But when you start coming and sending people over to my YouTube channel that I've had up for 8-9 years, so how could I possibly be taking her information when I've had my page damn near 10 years? Yeah, I'm glad Drake brought Nicki back as well. I'm glad Drake brought Nicki back. Are Foxy and Nicki each other's only genuine female rap friends? Let's see. All right, Dolly, enough. Dolly's my sister. She gonna ride. Enough. Let's go, man. Real quick. Q&A. Let's do it. Anything we've talked about tonight? Let's go. Anything we've talked about tonight? What y'all got? You want the live? Okay, hold on. So for anybody who wants to come on the live and speak their piece, tell me what you agree with, what you don't agree with, any questions you want to ask, and I'll truly answer them without any upside down cards, with any right side up cards. I'm just gonna answer straight industry knowledge. Should Nicki shoot for a MV for the singles? Music video for single. Okay, Richard, that's a good question. I would 100% do a music video for Seeing Green. I wish they would have already did it. If they would have already put out a music video for Seeing Green, that song would definitely be number. It might still get to number one, but it would most definitely be number one if they had a video for it and it dropped that night. Oh my God. I definitely wanted that. So yes, I think she should definitely do videos. Do you think Nicki would have came back even if Drake didn't push her? I think she would have came back, Darius. I don't think she would have came back this soon. Because like I said, she really wasn't really into it. And she pretty much said that. I think she would eventually came back. But I don't think she would have came back this soon. Darius is up first on Heaven Hollow Spirits. Darius, what's good, brother?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yes, good. How you enjoying the evening?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the show.
That's beautiful. I appreciate it.
All the pinpoint that you're speaking on. But what I want to say was it's referring to Nicki and Drake. So on the live, before they, got off, he was saying, well, Nicki, I got to come over there because, we got some work to do.
Yeah.
So I took from that where he's saying, okay, Nicki, it's time you reinvent yourself and show them how it's really done because you are the queen.
I agree.
So if he didn't push her or even gave them type of text message off the air and everything, do you think she would have ever got out of hiatus, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, and like I said, I think that's a very good question, and I do believe that she would have done it. But I like I said before, I don't think she would have done it this soon, and because like she said, she had writer's block. She was closely stuck, and the reason why she had writer's block is a point that I made weeks ago. A lot of the acts that are out now, they're no longer just writing rhymes by themselves. Because they're collaborating with people. They're getting a person to write their hook. They're getting person different ideas. And Nick's not about that. So she's not going to do that. So obviously it's going to take her longer to write an album. And it's going to take her longer to write music because she's not getting any help from anybody. And she also doesn't want to do the TikTok thing. She don't want to do the social media thing. So Nicki is, she's kind of like the last artist that breaded the last generation into this generation. So she was kind of like on the tail end of the last generation and on the beginning of this generation. So she's kind of still old school. You know what I mean? So that's why she makes lyrics like, she's like, well, this is not going to be a TikTok thing. I don't want to, because what Drake is going to do is kind of like have her meet in the middle, so to speak, if that makes sense. He's going to try to keep her to a point where, okay, we're not going to get her away from the essence of what she likes to do, but we're just going to make her a little bit more, newer, like for the younger generation, because, a lot of people a lot of younger generation didn't hear Beam Me Up, Scotty. So I'm saying, and so in that sense, I believe it was a smart move. I was just being selfish myself because, like I said, I know Beam Me Up Scotty back and forth. So I was just thinking about myself when I said I didn't like the move.
I'm quite sure a lot of people would because
right.
I saw him, yeah, I heard a lot of people like, man, we should have got a video. I thought it was a lead single because she was dropping number looks and pictures every day of the week and she was trending. But I think it was very smart to make this move that give new people that never heard her. She'll have new fans and that's more fans. So when the actual album come out in documentary, like she'll have a whole swamp of fans and
Right.
so.
I agree with that, and like I said, I hope that Drake has got her, back. It looks it from the side of us. She's been on social media all week. This is the most Nick we got on social media, so maybe she is back for good, and she's gonna be on social media. She's popping her stuff on record, and the lyrics on Seeing Green was amazing. And the lyrics on Fractions was amazing. So I'm looking forward to it, man. We got to thank Drake low key, for getting her out of her funk. Darius, do you have a YouTube page, or shout out your social media page as well, my brother?
On my social media is Instagram is at Darius Bowden for real, and Facebook is Darius Bowden. So that's D as in dog, ARRIUS, B as in boy, last name B as in boy, OWDEN, Darius Bowden on Facebook, and Darius Bowden for real on Instagram. And so, yeah.
I will definitely follow the show, man. I appreciate you coming through. I'm glad you joined me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You keep doing your thing. Keep getting the insight on the real stuff. You know that's what people like. So,
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Darius. Yo, I thank you, man. Reese is up next. Real Reese.
What's up? To you trolls gotta chill tonight. Oh man, y'all going in. Y'all keep calling him a fat nigga. He know he fat. Like, why y'all hating? Why y'all hating on Teddy Bear? He know he a little chubby. Stop.
Yeah. It ain't never stopped me from being bitches, though.
Right? they keep calling. I'm laughing on like, yo, they still hating. Like, and you ain't even diss nobody.
Man. I don't know what I do to garnish this hate.
Yeah.
I mean, I just do my thing, man. Like, I don't hate nobody. I don't know what. Like I said, the real is the new hate. So
yeah,
when you real, people are so used to fake people. We living in fake times. So we so used to fake people, man. We don't know how to treat real people no more. So. It's
crazy.
I just pray for those type of folks.
Right. The only thing I just want to speak on a little bit about, Nicki. I personally felt that she really did not want to do that live. She looked at like so uncomfortable. She looked like something happened. You know what I'm saying? The energy was just, I was like, because when I was watching a little bit of it, and I stopped watching, I was like, yo, her energy is like, she really,
because she don't like it. She don't like that live stuff. Like she don't really like doing that.
Yeah, and she just looked like, and the way she was talking about, like how she was talking about how, what made her rap, and how she was talking about like, her mixtape. It looked, I don't want to say it was the end, but her fans just got to understand, like, she's not trying to continue. She know what this is. That's why she, put out the mixtape. I think she put it out because she wanted people to hear those tracks and letting them know, like, yo, I'm coming at them. You know what I'm saying? They better come at me now because this is about to be it. Like, the female rap game is already, like, it's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cardi, we got Cardi, she, entertaining. We got Megan entertaining, but she shook Megan up. So, when I just said line, I was like, you know what? She gotta, like, it's like, I said, wow.
You see the shots. This is what people don't get. The shots are gonna shake up Megan, but you see, they're not gonna shake up Cardi because Cardi already knows she can't rap. So she already knows that she could never bar with Nicki.
And right? I know Megan took the hiatus for a lot of reasons, but I also felt like her and Cardi and the rest of them went quiet because they knew something was coming. I told you a queen gotta come up, one gotta fall. A
Right.
king got to come on. So I just feel like she knows. She's like, you know what? I'm about to just drop this documentary. I'm just gonna do everything because they coming for me. Like she probably never thought that. And I'm not trying to say what happened to Little Kim is happening to Nicki. It's
Right.
totally different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that
Yeah. It
she
is.
didn't. She didn't realize that, you know what I'm saying, that this was just gonna happen to her, like, but she just knew that at one point in her career this was gonna happen. So like I tell everybody, the industry is spiritual. So some
Yeah.
fans
You're
can't
right.
get it on that
Right.
level. They
You're right.
seeing it publicly. They only
Yep.
seeing
They're
what's played
seeing it
out in the
right in front
public.
of their eyes. They're seeing it
They
right in front of
and a
them.
lot
And
of
the
stuff
industry
that's
gets
playing
down.
out spiritually is in plain sight. She's going through a spiritual battle, like, you know what I'm saying, losing the father. Everybody saying
Right.
what that
You
was
notice.
about.
You notice how what's the first thing what is the one thing I noticed the other day? I guess it was maybe it was on the live that she
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that she had not mentioned in a long time, and I mean the full
Mm-hmm.
word. She said the word Jesus Christ. I
Yeah.
have not heard her say Jesus Christ. I've heard her say God, but
Mm-hmm.
people have to remember something. You always got to listen for that in the industry. You
Mm-hmm.
always have to listen for. They can say God. God does not necessarily mean
Yeah, because
the
God's is like
God that
God is
we're
and God
talking.
is. So I know what that is.
Because the devil is God too.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that are God, and when
Mm-hmm.
she said Jesus Christ or my Lord, I don't play about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I said, oh, okay. So she's going through this little spiritual thing, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
because she sees what it is. It's not like she didn't see it before, but she sees that there's evil just
Mm-hmm.
all through this thing. And she is literally, all right, I got the money that I need to have. I don't need any more money. Um, I just there's really nothing to prove else in music. And like I
She's
said,
what
they're
it is.
now
She's
trying to
tired
make
of. Mm-hmm.
music for 10 to 20. That's where they're
Yeah.
promoting music. Everything
Mm-hmm.
is pedophilia thing. Pedophilia.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that on there.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm is going to kill me. But everything is P talk. Now
Mm-hmm.
they are. I've been in those meetings where they said
Mm-hmm.
we have to promote. This is their mentality in the industry. I'm gonna let you finish.
Mm-hmm.
We have to promote from ages 10 to 20. The
Mm-hmm.
people who are 40 and 50, you know what they say? They're not going to be here much longer any freaking way. So why do
Mm-hmm.
we care about them? They're 50 years old. They'll be dead in 10 years, or they'll be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Especially African Americans, they're all dying early. So that's the mentality that they think when they have these meetings about black music, right?
Mm-hmm.
About urban music. They said we have to get younger. If you notice, hip hop is mostly younger kids now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's mostly
They
younger kids now.
remember I
All of
told
the
you they trying
artists
to
are
erase the old. Yeah.
19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they are promoting music 10 years, ages 10 to 20. They don't care about people 40, 45, 50. That's the reason why whenever a black artist hits 40, people are watching,
Mm-hmm.
talking about, sit your old ass down, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You watch,
Yeah. Yeah. You watch. You hear.
yeah, you
Yeah.
watch. And they know that black people think that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why all their artists they're putting out, they're trying to put out artists 18, 19, young artists like that, gay artists,
Mm-hmm.
those type of artists where they figure the person that's 10 right now, in 10 years, they'll only be 20. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the person that's 40 and, Nicki's core fans that are Nicki's age,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, who cares about them? So
Mm-hmm.
she gets that now. But go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
And I just feel like, her energy, she's tired of using her energy in that industry. Like I said, it's spiritual. So that's draining her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's already, she held that crown for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Right.
she held it. So they send in females to just try to dethrone her. And look, she just, dropped this mixtape that we all heard before, we all knew about. And look how the buzz is. The buzz is crazy now. Now everybody got love for her. Now, it's
Yeah,
she know it was all fake. Like she
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 knows
know
it.
the ones she know the ones who been rock on her, what I'm saying, from day one.
Mhm.
She know what it is. But her fan base just gotta understand, like, now she's a mom. So it's a whole lot she gotta do. Then she's, a wife, and it's a whole lot with that. And I could just
Right.
tell, like, on her live, what I'm saying, when she first got on, I could just see the emotions, like she's going, I could just felt that she was going through something. Then when she went on her second live, and she always talked about pills and what she did. And then,
Mhm.
everybody ran with the coke head thing. And you could
Right.
just tell, like, that was really personal to her. Like, and I
Right.
was like, damn, what I'm saying? She like, I can't even take a break. I can't. That's why she go. I understand why some artists go on a hiatus off the social media, because that's real. That could be a whole lot on a person. You gotta read.
That's
What I'm
true.
saying? She a whole mother. She breastfeeding, and y'all. She rubbed her nose. She touched her nose. Her nose was dripping. I mean, they had so much to say. I was like, damn. I ain't see no coke on the table.
Azalea
What's
Banks,
that?
and that's one thing I wanted to mention.
Oh
Where's
yeah,
it dragging for Azalea Banks? You see,
yeah.
this is what I was telling people
This is
about
a woman
Azalea
who
Banks.
did ritual.
I
She did a
told people,
ritual live.
yes,
She did
I
a
told
ritual
people, this is the same
cutting
woman.
cats and shit.
Did she
And
kill a cat?
yeah, she killed a cat, buried it, and I think she did like. And then she's from Harlem. She's from New York. New Harlem don't claim her. New York people that know her, like, And I'm like, yo, this something. Whatever she did, whatever voodoo, it must have felt on her, because she lost her mind after that. After she done slaughtered the chicken that time. It's like, what was that about? I felt like, what's going on? Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's a,
like,
I know.
we kind of used to Kaya. Kaya, she wrote celebrities. We used to
Right,
her
right, right,
saying
right, right.
anything. But Azalea went to, I just felt like, oh, okay. Like, I felt like it was like, huh? What was it? Like, it was like laughable, like, to look at Azalea like that. I'm like, what is this about? Like, you got too much talent to be doing all this.
Right.
It's,
Reese, real quick,
yeah.
what do you have on the whole Joe Button situation after hearing Rory and Mal come out and basically call Joe a liar
Mm-hmm.
and say he's spinning the narrative, and they had a agreement for a percentage from the beginning. What's your whole take on that quickly?
All right, okay, like both sides, what I'm saying? It just seemed like it's a whole mess, what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just really felt like that is Joe Budden's show. And I
Yeah.
also felt like it's kind of hard when you put your friends on, what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
that's
they
the
see
thing.
that you got more popularity and stuff like that, they gonna want that too. And I also felt like they was underhandedly behind Joe back trying to plot something. Maybe they was trying to take
Mm.
the show from him, and Joe found out. People do that. You know what I'm saying? It was just something about them too. I just felt like it really wasn't no loyalty. I felt like it was, beginning to look like, okay, they probably just didn't want to be like, Joe Button featuring Joe. They probably didn't like all of that. They probably like, nah, we
Right,
could do our own show. We good at doing this, but Joe been doing it, like you said, since Hot 97 and things like that.
right.
I do feel like I don't know, because what I'm saying, we gotta see whatever comes out, but I do feel like there was something underhand that was done, and Joe is not really addressing it. Like, he's probably like hurt or
Mm.
devastated that
Yeah,
his
good
his
point.
friends would do it. Because remember, he said he was like waiting for them. He said, to bring something to the table. They didn't bring the contract or nothing to the table. I think they had one and just
Mm.
didn't want to do it. Like, didn't want to really be honest with him. Like, if they knew they was gonna go somewhere else or try to do their own thing or even try to take the show from him, be real. I felt like it was something underhand that happened, because Joe wouldn't just get so passionate and fire, dude like that. I just felt like it was definitely something underhand.
Yeah. Again, and
Mm-hmm.
I heard them tonight. Like I said, I agree with one of the people who's in the room saying, "Oh, I believe them." Yeah, I believe them, but like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm I just find it a little hard to listen to Maul, Someone who came in on episode 77. Nigga, this was already bubbling when
Yeah.
you got here. So Rory, I can listen to. Okay, Rory came in episode 7. Okay, I get it. And Joe actually called him and said, "Hey, can you come on the pod? I need somebody to talk to. You know, I can't really do this thing too much with a female. So I need Rory to come on so I can talk to a male." And Rory came on, and then next thing you know, the pod was on the run. You know what I mean? So I can
As much as
understand.
people don't like DJ Ackerman, I just think that whatever I call him alcoholic DJ Ackerman, maybe he need. I just think it needs to be him and Joe. But I mean, honestly,
Just
because
like it was,
everybody hates him.
just like it wasn't Complex.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the Complex crew need to come back without Rem. You know, I mean, we don't need Remy Martin. I just felt like we don't need her to come back. I mean,
Now
she just was.
back.
Yeah,
Reese,
she was
thanks
just.
for holding me down as usual.
All right.
You know, I'll be talking to you.
Yeah. All right.
Don't hurt him out there.
I'm
Let
not.
him know you got an itchy trigger finger though.
Yeah, but like I said, Nicki whole thing is spiritual. So
spiritual. That's what we're gonna keep. We're gonna take that. Nicki's whole thing is spiritual. You know, one thing about academics, and we're gonna pretty much get off them. Academics worked for what he has. Now, people may not like him, and people may say, "Oh, he's a jerk, and he's this, and he ain't from the streets, and he ain't." But I remember when DJ Academics, thank you, XAY, I appreciate it. 2 questions. Do you think the Chanel collab is coming with the rollout? Do you think she will collab with Mulatto, who was a young fan? Love the show. Thank you, XAY. I do believe. The Chanel thing, I remember Chanel followed her. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Chanel should be giving her back. She has been promoting Chanel when everybody else was running to Marc Jacobs, Birkin, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi. She always talked about Chanel bags. Kate Spade, they should have been gave her back. So I do believe she has some sort of line coming out with these Crocs because she's now had them on twice in a row. So she's got something coming out with these Crocs. And I believe they're going to come in 2 different colors. I believe her line, because that's what she got out the car with the other day. I believe her line is coming in the pink and green. Ski-wee. I believe it's coming in the pink and green, aka colors. And I believe when you buy those Crocs, you're going to be able to buy 1 pink, 1 green. Like I don't have any insight of that coming, but from things I've been told, there is a Chanel deal in the works. She has to wait until the Fendi deal is over. And I believe the Fendi deal is over this year, because she can't have a Chanel deal and a Fendi deal. So people were saying, "Oh, how come she's not on with Chanel yet?" I believe the Fendi deal ends this year, and then she'll probably roll out Chanel, after that. And then, what was your other question? Hold on. Mulatto. Yes, I do believe she will collab with Mulatto. Mulatto pretty much put her reputation on the line in the show, and they were like, "Oh, Nicki Minaj was your favorite." They even tried to do her dirty on that show. But if she collabs with any of the new girls, I believe she will collab with Mulatto out of all of the girls in South. Let's see. Anybody want to come on? Dolly, my assistant, you got the same thing to say? They did the same thing to Sweetie. Yeah. I hope she collab with my girl Tay Money. Oh man, I'd jump off a roof if that happened. I'd be so happy. Oh man, imagine if she ever collab with Tay Money. Oh my God, I'd shoot myself. I'd be so ecstatic. Asian doll. Well, Asian doll sure haven't. Asian doll. I maybe she will, but Asian doll. I don't know whether she's still into what's going on with King Von and still in love with King Von. But she didn't tweet nothing about Nicki. How do I think the Doja Cat has versatility like Nicki? Yeah, Doja. Like I said, I called Doja Cat 2 weeks ago the poor man's Nicki Minaj. She's the poor man's white Nicki Minaj. Now she's not Nicki Minaj, but Doja Cat is a poor man's white Nicki Minaj. I know a lot of people are on Doja Cat. I'm sorry. I'm just not that. I'm not that high on Doja Cat. I'm just not. Because she's just really just rolling out a white Nicki. So I like her more as a pop artist than I do as a rapper. We'll just say that. She's the poor man's Nicki Minaj. See, Doja just don't have the lyrical slickness that Drake has. And she, I just, like I said, that's the reason why I said she's more of a. She don't have the lyrical slickness that Drake got. I just like her. She's a rich man's Fergie. I'm sorry. I've been listening to music a very long time. She's a poor man's Nicki Minaj and a rich man's Fergie. That's it. That's it. Her and SZA collab disappointed me. Megan and SZA collab was better. Megan and SZA's collab. Let me see if I remember that. Yeah. Megan SZA was better. Do you think Nicki collab with Tamar Braxton? They've been friendly on IG. No, I do not think Nicki would collab with Tamar, and I'll tell you why. Nicki Minaj at this point is only really going to collab with people that are hot. All right? Because it really does her no good to do people favors anymore. And she did that with Trina, and she got burnt for it. And I think Nicki said, you know what? No more favors. That's it. Tamar, I love you. You're good people, whatever. But I'm not going to do a collab with you because it's only really going to help Tamar. That helps Nicki none. A collab with Tamar Braxton does not help Nicki when she can go collab with Ariana Grande. What are your thoughts on Nicki's possible collaboration with Saucy Santana? Saucy Santana. I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to hold you. They're really escaping my mind right now. Hold on a second. Hold on. Up and down, Saucy and 1010, up and down featuring. What is he? Is it? Wait a minute. What is it? Like a child? Hold on. That's who I thought it was. Oh, hell no. No. Hell no. What's he gonna collab with? With hair? Nah. Nicki better not collab with that. Nah. Because that's kind of like a TikToker. Let me see you walk. That's all, right? Nah, Nick better. Nick better not. Oh, Asian did tweet. Okay, my bad, Vanderveer. I would rather her collab with Mulatto before she collabs with Asian Doll. Most definitely. She said she should have sent him a track. Oh man, I'm glad she didn't, Daymore. I'm glad she didn't. Nicki and Kendrick. Hold on. Will we get a Nicki and Kendrick Lamar? I don't think we will, Darius. I don't think we will. Number one, Kendrick is a J guy. Kendrick Lamar is a J guy. Um, and Kendrick Lamar and Drizzy don't really let's I'm not gonna say they're enemies, but Kendrick Lamar and Drizzy don't really see eye to eye. So um I think she'll go to Drake first. I could actually see her doing a collab with J. Cole before I see her doing one with Kendrick. I don't like I said, Kendrick and Drake, like Kendrick's been taking shots at Drake for years. I can't see doing the shop. I do definitely see her and Chris Brown doing another record together. She loves working with Chris Brown. I definitely think Chris is going to get a record on this upcoming album. I do know that Drake and Wayne will probably be on another record, and she'll probably have another record with Drake. I could see like 3 records with Drake on this next album, and I did hear that Chris Brown was going to be back in the mix. Now, remember, it's really depending on the way fans respond to this album, because that's how you'll know whether Beyonce will hop back on board. Because if Beyonce sees Nicki and Brandy, see now Brandy's iconic, so I could see Nicki doing a record with Brandy, but Nicki doesn't really collab like other than Ariana Grande. I don't know how a Nicki and Brandy record would sound in 2021. I don't know. Nicki likes collaborating with pop artists more than R&B artists. She loves collaborating with pop artists more. Nicki and Travis Scott. Yeah, with all that crazy voices Travis be doing, I could see that happening. Her and Beyonce still got music out there, but like I said, it's a little older. And from what I was told, there is a Trinity, a Holy Trinity record. However, what I was told was Beyonce and Nicki recorded their vocals at the same time, but Rihanna didn't record her vocals at the same time. Rihanna's vocals were kind of like, done in the studio, that they weren't nowhere near, and then she kind of like told the engineer okay, and it was just real unprofessional. It was going through a time where they were all in a different space with each other, and Nicki had started hanging out with Beyonce, and Beyonce ain't never hung out with Rihanna, and I was just told that record is outdated, so it would probably never come out, and it's not like a record that they can release because it's outdated, so I don't know if we'll ever see the first of all, the two records that Nicki got with Rihanna just didn't work for me. Like, I don't think they even have a hot record together, and they've done 2 records. I didn't like either one of them. I ain't gonna hold you. Chunky, hold on, Chunky. Chunky said she's been asking me all day. Chunky, hold on, Chunky. Chunky, you been exaggerating. Oh, I've been asking you this all day. What have you been asking me all day, Chunky? Answer me and Chad's question. Hold on. I'm going back, guys. Why don't y'all come on? I put the link out there, man. Come on, and I'm missing these things. You know I don't be looking at the screen like that. Y'all can come on and take the link and come on here. You ain't gotta show your face. Somebody else asked so I can get an answer. Damn, I missed it all this. Chunky, why don't you come on? If you don't want to get on camera, don't get on camera. Just come on. I put the link in. Y'all can come ask Chad too. Y'all can come ask me these questions live, man. Speak now or forever hold your questions, man. Richard, you better not unsubscribe, Richard. Richard say unsubscribe. Then you just subscribed today? Talk about you gonna unsubscribe. Hold on. Do you think Doja Cat Cardi collab is coming? I've been asking all day. Okay, Chunky, I found the question. Yes. I already heard that collab is already in the works. I also heard Cardi and there's been a Cardi and Drake record, but I just don't think it'll ever come out. Cardi and Doja Cat most definitely will probably be on this new album. And I think there'll be another Cardi Megan album, a Cardi Megan record. Of course, she's gonna have Offset or the Migos on the album. But I heard it's only a couple of collabs. I heard she's only got with rappers. I heard she's only got a couple of collaborations with rappers. And, you know, from what I hear, there's another Bruno song. And, you know, Doja Cat. And she'll probably return, probably get Megan on another record, depending on, Cardi said she only really wants to collab with big artists this time around, major artists. So you're not going to see no Kalani's and this time around. Like you're going to see like platinum artists. Because again, she just wants to charts. She doesn't care about nothing else. There you go, Chunky. Sorry, Chunky, that I didn't see it. Chad, where's Chad's question? Somebody put Chad's question in here. No, Doja Cat will be back with bars. But I told the bars that, but no, they think I'm hating. So that's why I just stopped talking. When will Bobby come out with music? I think Bobby Shmurda, from what I heard, he's gonna do a record with Drake and Breezy. I think there's supposed to be one other person on the record. I'm not sure who it was, but I did hear that he was working. I don't know whether it was Quavo, Drake. Now remember, people say, "Oh, but he doesn't like Chris Brown." But Drake and Chris Brown was on the same record as well, and they weren't in the studio together. But I heard it's like Quavo, Bobby Shmurda, Chris Brown, and Drake, or maybe three of them, or what have you. But he's definitely working on music with Drake and Chris Brown. So when he comes out, I don't think he's going to come out with that same energy, that same talking in the streets. He's going to be big baller Bobby now. Bruno Mars and Nicki will not do a record together. Number one, Bruno's an Atlantic artist. Bruno is up Cardi's ass. He will not do a record with Nicki Minaj. Bruno Mars loves Cardi B. Loves Cardi B. And he will not do a record with Nicki Minaj. And Atlantic won't let him either. Hell, Atlantic don't even let her, didn't even promote her record with YoungBoy, and the record with Uzi. Uh they never really pushed when she was on the record with Uzi, when he was on fire. They didn't even push it. So Atlantic won't let that happen. Nicki and Lady Gaga. Now that is a very interesting thing. But the thing is, I don't know if Lady Gaga and Nicki really get along, because if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and look. Didn't Lady Gaga diss Nicki one time? I have to look it up. I don't know why I'm thinking she did. I don't know why I'm thinking she did, but I could have sworn she shaded Lady Gaga one time. Yes, I knew it. Yes. Hold on. Hold on. I knew I had heard it. A fan asked her to follow them if she thinks she's better than Rihanna, Katie, and Nicki Minaj combined. And she did it. So hold on a minute. But I thought it was something else. Hold on. Nicki Minaj, 2018. And now it's a big debate. Hold on a minute. 2015. Hold on. Nicki Minaj, 6ix9ine, and the alarming normalization of predatory behavior is criticized. Minaj saying on May 25th. Hold on, guys. Use Lady Gaga's collaboration with R. Kelly, who has several allegations against him, to say that Pitchfork has a double standard. That parts of an article Pitchfork wrote when Gaga "Do What You Want" was released. They also praised Gaga's collaboration with R. Kelly. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen. So Nicki kind of, when she was going on that rant, about the industry being against her. Remember when she brought up Drake and Apple? She also brought up Lady Gaga and said, and Nicki said Lady Gaga was praised for her collaboration with R. Kelly. So no, I don't think that'll ever happen. But anyway, what was Chad's question? Hold on. Cardi, Drake, and Nicki is working on. So hold on. So it's everyone's album done. Cardi, Drake, and Nicki is working on hers. Cardi's album's done. All right. They're just trying to put together the exact song. I know that for a fact. I've already been told her album was done. So I know that for a fact. She has mad songs, right? She has mad songs. And she's just trying to combine it into a 12 album, because she's only going to make like 12 cuts. So she's got about 24 cuts right now. Different records from different people. She's just waiting for the clearance on them, and she's waiting, and she wants to try to break it down to like 12 records. You know, she's very calculated when it comes to them records and them charts. She doesn't want to make a long, drawn-out album, 17, 18, 19 cuts. So she wants to make it like the 12 best cuts. That's what I heard. Chad B, I think Nicki and Foxy are real close, like really close, like sisters. I want Nicki to drop an album with no features. Says Ash, is Cardi a bigger star than Offset? Yes. She is a bigger star than Offset, absolutely. Offset, because he's married to Cardi, all of a sudden Offset became bigger. You know, Cardi didn't get bigger because she was married to Offset. Offset wasn't even the biggest Migos. Quavo was the biggest Migos. Quavo is the most famous Migos, but Offset has now come up close. He's picked up ground on Quavo due to the fact of who he's married to. Chad, was that your question? Hold on. If Foxy and Nicki are each other's only genuine female rap friends, Foxy never been seen with them since the 90s. Oh. 50 Cent is Nicki's friend. Genuine rap female, I would say yes. How ironic is that? Foxy Brown is Nicki's only female rapper that's cool with her. Lil' Kim's not cool with her. Eve isn't cool with her. Latifah's not cool with her. Lauryn Hill's not cool with her. And you're talking about people she has, bent over backwards to praise. Missy Elliott's not cool with her. So none of these girls are cool with her. That's a very good point. None of these girls are cool with her. Now, the newer girls that are dying for a Nicki Minaj feature, the newer girls are cool with her. Remy's not cool with her. MC Lyte, MC Lyte, MC Lyte stays out of the way. She don't really bother nobody. But Latifah shaded her. Missy shaded her. That's because they're all friends with Kim. They're all friends of Kim. Lauryn Hill, Lauryn didn't like the whole thing when she was dating Nas. And Lauryn kept sticking her nose in her and Nas's business. Telling Nas, hey, you got to watch out who the company you keep. And, she's fresh out of a relationship and she doesn't have a good reputation and this, that, and the other. She's jumping from relationship to relationship. She got out of a 12-year relationship and jumped into another 4-year relationship. And now she jumped out of that. And now she's with you. You just got to be careful. You just got to be careful, King. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying to look out for you. So Lauryn Hill, when Nicki was on her knees, I was like, Nicki, get your ass up. I did not like when she did that. I understand Lauryn Hill is female rap royalty. I get it. But I was like, Nicki, if you don't get your ass up out that fur, get up. Because I know Lauryn Hill don't mess with her like that. That's why when everybody's like, oh, look how she praises Lauryn Hill. I did not like that from Nicki at one bit. I was like, please get up. Please get up. I did not like that. I did not like her being on her knees in that damn fur coat because I know Lauryn don't fuck with Nicki like that. That's why I didn't like her. Yes, I think the City Girls will split up eventually. And I think it's because of JT. I think the City Girls will split up. Young Miami is obviously the more serious band member. She held JT down when she was in jail. And then how does JT repay her? By letting her crazy boyfriend talk to her any type of way. So yes, I do believe they will eventually break up, and I believe it will be messy. I believe it will be messy. I believe it will be very messy. When the City Girls split, I believe you're gonna hear a lot of stuff. Deborah said, I see why the Fugees broke up. The Fugees broke up because Wyclef and Lauren started fucking. That's why the Fugees broke up, because Wyclef and Lauren started fucking. And Wendy Williams, shout out to Wendy Williams, blew that up on the air. That's back when Wendy Williams was a one-man TMZ. Nobody knew that Lauren and Wyclef was fucking until Wendy Williams blew it up. And that's why Lauryn Hill was going to come up to the studio and try to fight Wendy Williams, because Wendy came on the air and put it out there to the world that Lauren was pregnant and it might be Wyclef's baby. And Lauren was furious, and so was Wyclef, because Wyclef at the time was about to be married. Wendy Williams was nothing to play with back in her days. Y'all think she's bad now. Back in the 90s, Wendy was nothing to play with. Everybody tried. Nobody wanted to be on her radar, because if she saw you out somewhere, you best believe she was bringing it to the world when she got in front of that mic. Guess who I saw last night? How you doing? So last night, I was out at the tunnel, and guess who I saw? Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and get a load of this, Method Man. How you doing? So, you know. Oh man, the Queen of Music. It just said Beyonce, the Queen of Music. You think it's gonna be Pink Friday too, Bobby Pan? We'll see. We'll see. Listen, man, I gotta get up out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do, y'all. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. Chunky, thank you. Jessica, thank you. Daymore, thank you. Tony Smokes, thank you. Deborah, thank you. Poppy Bear, thank you. Richard, thank you for your input. I appreciate it. A Queen, thank you. Chad, you already know, Chad. Jessica, thank you. Dolly B, Alicia Jones. I said Tony Smokes, my boy Marcel. Thank you for just joining me. Monique, Richard Chin. Who else? Darius, thank you for coming on. Reese, thank you for holding me down. XA, thank you. Deborah Smith, I appreciate y'all a lot. Whoa, thank you. Even the haters, Shuffling Stars, thank you. Jessica, I hope I didn't offend you. Like you can rock with whoever you want, boo. Like as long as you rock with me, you can go back and rock with, old girl. I'm not trying to tear nobody away from her. We just in here cracking jokes, man. You know what I mean? But true jokes, but it's still jokes. But we were telling the 100% truth. Who else is in here? Lizzie, Tough T, JJ, Bree, Ash R, thank you. Tough, Day, who else? I don't know who else I missed. Helena Rose, Traquan 16, what up? Thank you. For the people who ain't even in here no more that got blocked, I thank y'all too. Who else? Did I miss anybody? JJ, hold on. I'm still looking. Chad, Shuffling, I think I said y'all. Oh, of course, Dolly, my assistant. I thank you for everything. I already know Darius. Who else? Deborah Smith, I think. All right. Look, man, I love y'all. Yes. Wendy gave head to Biggie underneath the table, and Puffy caught her and kicked her out of the studio. Cash Doll, I don't really have nothing to say about Cash Doll. I thought Cash Doll retired, and when we look up, and here she is back. I would love to see that sex tape that Cash Doll allegedly got with Drake. Oops. Cash Doll don't want that to come out. Drake and Cash Doll allegedly got a sex tape together. So I would love to see that from Cash Doll more than anything. What else? By seeing by fraction and seeing green. Yeah, Brittany Green. Somebody find it. Cash Doll the horse, just like Megan. Oh, stop it, Richard Chen. Stop it. Yeah, I thought Cash Doll retired, man. I've never really been into Cash Doll. Like, yeah, she got some skills or whatever, but she never really, like, her voice didn't resonate with me. Me, I'm Tay Money all day. Back to bourbon, presidential. I be swerving. Yeah, that's my girl, boy. I wish I could play a record, but I just can't. Yep, you're right, Alicia. Drake got it. L Holiday. What about Omeretta? Omeretta said, "Oh, I'm gonna." What did she say? I'm not trying to be signed to a rapper or something like that. She's alright. Omeretta's alright. Like I said, when the female rappers, like other than Nick, like I don't even really put Nicki in female rap anymore because Nicki's just like a rapper. I compare Nicki to men. So, but the new female rappers, I really only mess with Tay Money, and I've messed with Brianna Perry. That's my girl, and Tay Money, like Mulatto, and you know I love Saweetie. I love Saweetie. I don't care what y'all say about Saweetie. I love Saweetie. And Tay Money, Mulatto's all right. You know what I mean? Megan is one dimensional. I've never really liked Megan like that. I love Brianna Perry. I think Brianna Perry is very underrated. I don't like Asian Doll and Cuban Doll and Barbie Doll and Dolly Parton. Like, I don't, the only doll I like is my assistant Dolly. But anyway, y'all, thanks for joining me, man. I truly appreciate it. Yep. Truly appreciate it. Let's get out of here, man.
We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor shaking, thumping. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. Baby, this ain't trickin', we got sick. All of what you want at the bar, we pops it. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor shaking. thumping. They all crazy, I am zone. Baby girl, it's your song. Y'all know what it is. Baby, this is how we